Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is Hump Day. Good afternoon, Thai Squad followers and friends. It is Hump Day, and I am glad to be in the land of the living. I'm glad to be here with you. Hi, Thai Squad. How's everybody doing? I'm feeling this Monday, Wednesday thing. It gives you a little downtime, and then you can pick back up. A little downtime, pick back up. So I'm really feeling this. Hey, everybody. Hey, Evelyn, Tim Hall. Yeah, I'm feeling this. Hey, Rosie and David Clower. Hey, everybody. Hey, Danny Marie, Paul. Hey, everybody. Listen, we got a lot to get to, and I'm running out of time for the word for the day. So I'm cognizant. I'm trying something new today. I'm chopping some of these stories down because the word for the day is very monumental. Hey, Delvon. Hey, everybody. Hi. Hey, nephew. Good to see you. My nephew, O'Shawn, he works so much. Uh, mm, okay. Listen, we got some breaking news. We got breaking news, y'all. I love the little breaking news thing, y'all. Don't y'all love that? Okay. So a federal judge has lifted, a federal judge in DC has lifted the eviction moratorium. It was in place until June. So, the judge says that the CDC and, all of these organizations didn't have the right to supersede and come in and give that, breathing room to all of these renters. Listen, I don't know if this is going to take place right now. People had into June. It's May. So listen, if you haven't been paying your rent, if you've been under the moratorium, honey, listen, things are about to get real, real. So just, you know what I'm saying? As Jasmine Sullivan said, pick up the pieces. Hey, Gail, pick up the pieces because look, the eviction moratorium protected a lot of people. They say that it is about $52 billion in back rent that's owed since the pandemic started. So we need y'all to listen. Did you save into that 1,400? Because honey, look, the blockers that got hot real quick. Uncle Joe was just on talking about the same stuff he was talking about the day before. Girl, listen, Uncle Joe, if you ain't talking about no check, the girls have moved on. There no checks jumping off. Okay, Uncle Joe, call us, Uncle Joe. Um, Listen, we have a new segment that we want to introduce. I've been telling you I want to introduce it, so it's time to introduce it. And it's called Upcoming Birthdays. We want to do like a 5-day, before the birthday happens, so we can shout out people before their birthday even happens. It's called Upcoming Birthdays. And we want to celebrate two people that have upcoming birthdays. And that is one of our staunchest supporters, Jahan. So we want to shout out her birthday. Is coming up May 11th. Jahan is coming up May 11th. And our sister Lanice is coming up on May 13th. Lanice Anderson is coming up on May 13th. So we're going to be on the lookout for those birthdays, the 11th and the 13th, okay? Listen, we're not going through all of those people that are not Thai Squad watchers and supporters. It's a whole bunch of birthdays, honey, but we just calling out people that watch and support the Tyesse Report, okay? Listen, the news of the day is that Facebook says that they're going to keep the ban in place for overall Mother Trump. We'll see how it plays out with other like Twitter and Instagram and so on and so forth. But this man is very dangerous. People lost their lives on January 6th, and I think they should keep it in place. If they block us for 30 days at a time for minuscule bullshit, I think he needs to be blocked permanently when there has been documented losses of life. Okay, so go somewhere and look at the wall, girl. Turn the chair around and look at the wall, Trump. If you are traveling today, honey, there has been several outages today, y'all. There has been outages at Burbank, Pasadena, Glendale Airport, and there has been outages at Orlando International at the Southwest terminals. So listen. If you are traveling, they when the computer system went down, they had to do everything manually. You can imagine how long it takes regularly but they were doing everything manually, and it was just a nightmare. So check with Southwest or check with your airlines if you're traveling out of either one of those airports today or maybe even tomorrow. Okay, Burbank International, well, Burbank and Orlando International. Let's get to the docket, y'all. Let's get to the docket. The police officer that shot Rayshard Brooks, Garnett Roth, is getting his job back. The Civil Service Review Board has determined that he should not have been fired. And see, this is the problem, y'all. When people like Keisha Lance Bottoms just does stuff willy-nilly without really thinking it through, and then it comes back and it slaps us in our face as people of color. We have to deal with this and deal with the aftermath, So if you would just let the process play out, Keisha, we don't have to be dealing with this right now. But they rush to try to quash, the rioting and all of that. And what you have now is this man is getting his job back after killing Rayshard Brooks over a taser, running with a taser in a Wendy's parking lot. So it's sad, but it really is a sign of the times. And there's a case out of Baker, Louisiana, that we are looking at right now, and I don't think it's going to get any media coverage. I don't. Baker, Louisiana, there was a young man that shot his girlfriend and her nephew, shot them, grabbed the baby, kidnapped the baby, took the baby on a high-speed chase, crossed state lines. Now the Mississippi, State Patrol is on your trail. They wind up shooting the car. There was a shootout, and the 3-month-old baby was shot in the crossfire. They're not going to say that these troopers who probably knew that there was a baby inside just didn't care. And this story is not going to probably make the news. It's not. A lot of these stories don't make the news, y'all. So a 3-month-old baby survived the gunshot initially and then died the next day, died Tuesday. So we're keeping our eyes on all of these cases around the country, y'all. It's so tiring to come on every day and have to report this stuff. It just makes no sense. You can give me a few comments, Kwame, so I can see what the people are talking about, see what the people are saying. And now a mother is going to be, burying her child, and these police officers, they don't think. This is the Mississippi State Police, basically the Klan. So it just makes no sense that these stories, none of them really make the mainstream media. We're dealing with this case with Michaela Miller out of Boston, Massachusetts, and they found her tied to a tree. She's a lesbian woman, and it's just Black Lives Matter is not even really, Black folks are not really talking about it. When someone, LGBT dies, we don't really get the coverage that, our heteronormative counterparts get. It's just the truth. Let me go over to some lighter fare, y'all. I know y'all saw this cup online. A lot of y'all love Starbucks, it's diabetes in a cup. But there was this cup, y'all, from Starbucks, and on the side of it is everything that the woman wanted or the guy wanted. They wanted a pump of peppermint. They wanted a splash of this, a teaspoon of that, a splash of that, and the list was it was so long. Like, it was so long, y'all, it blew me away. Like, girl, who sits up and tells somebody all of that for a frappuccino or See, that's why it's best for me not to work in retail, because I would have looked at that order and I would have told the lady or man, sir, take this cup and you shove it up your ass, because I'm not going to make this. I'm going to sit here. Same way with some of y'all at Burger King. Easy lettuce, no tomato, extra pickle, a little onion, cut it in half, extra mayonnaise, just a splash of mustard. Girl, you need to go to the store and make your own damn hamburger. A splash of peppermint, put just a little bit of whipped cream in it, a little caramel syrup. stare it counterclockwise. Look, that's what you see. I can't work in retail. I can't work in retail because I would have told him, take your cup, sir. Take your cup and stuff it up your ass. No, for real. Thank you, mailman. That's the mailman, y'all. Say hi to my mailman Facebook. The best mailman in the world. But the thing is that it is just some stuff, y'all. It's too much. It's too much. And I would just prefer somebody to say, look, let me explain something to you. I have an extensive order. Are you able to accommodate me? It may be a little, a little extensive. Are you able? Listen, sir, take your cup and shove it up your ass. I'm not going to make this. Y'all, even at Subway, extra tomatoes. Okay, now cut that piece off right there. Add some more olives, easy onions. I don't want no mustard. Extra mayonnaise. Now give me a little sriracha. Now move that over to the right. Don't let that touch that. Take this sandwich and shove it up. Okay. I got triggered, y'all. I got triggered for my days of working retail. Let me move on. Caitlyn Jenner has released her campaign video, and they say, "Girl, you didn't catch it, but your name is misspelled, Caitlyn." And other news, we got to go down to Dallas, Texas, because Amber Geiger is okay. Here we go. Okay, let's just talk about it. Amber Geiger wants out of jail. I don't think she's been there 2 years. 2019. It's about 2 years she's been in jail. She wants out. She feels that she's done enough time. Well, Botham Jean's mother, the young man that was murdered in his own apartment, has come out. They've got off of that. We love you and all of that. And the mother says that she deserves to sit right where she's at. And we're glad that the family has saw the light, y'all, with regards to Amber Geiger, who murdered that young man in his own apartment. Listen, y'all, Jay-Z, we love Jay-Z, we love Beyonce, all of that. Jay-Z, we may have to pin this for tomorrow night because this is the daytime. Jay-Z is apologizing for his song Big Pimpin', okay? His song Big Pimpin'. And the reason he's apologizing for, he said when he reads the lyrics now, he can't believe he said that, some of that stuff. Now, I got some of the lyrics. I can't read a lot of these lyrics. It is daytime. Listen, Jay-Z's just saying that he plow you. I'm paraphrasing. He plow you and just leave you in the bed after he plow you, throw you away. There's nothing personal. I can't use these words, y'all. But Jay-Z, he's reflecting. He's a 50-year-old something man now. He's just looking back over his life, and he feels that song. Give me some comments, Kwame. He feels that song was just a little bit too explicit for who he is now. I remember the album, The Life and Times of Sean Carter. But you come out, you plow somebody and leave them in the bed with the stuff running down their leg, and you leave them in the bed with the stuff, you shot a load across their face, and you just leave them. Okay, yeah, Jay-Z, that is a lot. Big Pimpin' was hot. It was hot. It came out in about 2000, y'all. But he's an older man now. He's reflecting. He has daughters. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he grew up too. Hey, Jay-Z, how you doing? They say you watch the show. Excuse me, y'all. We are having weather that's so crystal clear, but sometimes a little hazy. All kind of stuff is flying in and blowing in. And I got all these windows open today, which I should not have done while I was live on the air. Okay. Okay, so listen, our idiot of the day is Officer Jonathan Mattingly. That is the officer that shot up Breonna Taylor's apartment and ultimately killed Breonna Taylor. And Officer Mattingly is resigning. Simon and Schuster, by the way, said they won't be doing his book. You won't be glorifying, getting sympathy for killing Breonna Taylor on their watch. So you won't be getting that money. But Jonathan Mattingly has decided to resign, and he will be getting his full pension. One more time, his full pension. And a lot of people believe, he's saying it's not so. A lot of people believe he's stepping back and moving on because the Department of Justice just opened up an investigation into patterns and practices of the Louisville Metropolitan Police Department. Maybe that's it, daughter. You felt the wrath coming and you decided to punch it. I'll just say this. Every day I come on here, it's one story of state-sanctioned violence after another. I will just be glad when I can get back to, some of the other, lighter fare. But we can't just come on and talk about, Tristan Thompson and cease and assist with him, and we're dying in the streets. We just can't come on and just have nothing but fluff, and we're dying in the streets. So we're gonna continue telling these stories. Our sister Ida B. Wells said that the people that are doing the killing are the ones writing the reports. So it's my responsibility to tell y'all what the hell is going on, because the Klan is out here writing the reports. So they ain't gonna tell it right. But our person of the day is a recent NFL draft NFL player Najee Harris, who the day after he got drafted, or the day of, they say he went back to the homeless shelter that he used to live in, y'all. He went to the homeless shelter and had a dinner party with the people down there at the homeless shelter. So Najee Harris, I believe he's with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're shouting you are our person of the day. But let me go back to Tristan Thompson. I'm gonna go back to Tristan Thompson really quickly, y'all. Vivica Fox, our sister Vivica Fox, just went on record and told Chloe, girl, move on with your life. Move on with your life, Chloe. This man got you out here looking like an idiot, a full-fledged idiot. At some point, you have to understand that your man is a full-fledged hoe, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I know you want your daughter to have your father in her life, girl, I get it. But at some point, girl, you have to say, you know what? This ain't working for me or my daughter. He can still be in her life, but I'm going to shake the spot. I don't need this. Girl, you're too rich. Chloe, Chewbacca. I don't know, Saints. I just don't know. But I wanted to make sure I wrap this up today, because I did not want to run out of time for the word for the day. We're not there yet, but I did not want to run out of time for the word for the day. There's so much going on in our world with pop culture as well. We want to shout out Andre Leon Talley. I saw him the other day on Tamron Hall, and he was talking about his relationship with Anna Wintour and his, eviction battle. And, I was really, really, really surprised at his faith. I always thought of him just being this man that's out, like, fabulous parties. And he seems to be really grounded in his faith. He's from Alabama. And he just says, you know what? He's prayed about it. He's believing God. And whatever happens, happens. That is his home. He calls it his sanctuary. Andre Leon Talley, former editor of Vogue. But he did write a scathing memoir and tell-all about Anna Wintour in the fashion industry. He's a really great man. And I was really sitting there, y'all, just taking in his interview with Tamron Hall. And he's a really great man, I have a newfound respect for Andre Leon Talley. A lot of times you see people, I may not follow the person, I just know them from pop culture. So I don't really, some people I don't really sit down and really get to know a lot of these people, Dustin Bass says his documentary is amazing. Well, you know what, Dustin Bass? I'm going to watch it. Do you know the name of it, Dustin Bass? I'm going to check it out today. But that's a story with what he's going through with his housing. It lends to what's going on with Shekinah, what's going on with so many different people, y'all. You got to know people are really your friend. People really got your back because I understand is always business, never personal, but you don't evict your friends. You work something out. I don't know. Mm. But Andre Leon Talent, he told, um, he expressed how he feels about the eviction, the fashion industry. He said he's back in contact with Anna Wintour. They're still communicating, and via email. So that's good. That's a start. And he'll never forget what she did for him. So it's all good. But at the end of the day, y'all, at the end of the day, let's just remember, vet these people that you're calling your best friends and your good Judies. Let's start vetting people a little bit further. I knew Ariel we had our problems, like any friend, any friendship. But I knew Ariel was my sister. I had no question about that. Yes, we fought. Yes, we fought a lot. But there was no question she was my sister. So I want us to do better, especially gay folks, because y'all have that bad, everybody's your BFF. Everybody's your best friend. And you know what else bothers me, y'all? What irks me is when a girl that looks like Shirley for what's happening comes up to you in the club and like, hey, twin, girl, what? Are you serious? We had that bad in the gay community. Everybody, hey, twin, girl, I'm not your mother, I'm not your twin. Shit. Give me some comments, man. Girls love doing that, walking up to you, girl. You looking like Medusa, talking about, hey, twin. Thank you, Kevin. I'm gonna watch it. The gospel according to Andre. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna watch it. Hey, Ron Neal. Thank you. Okay, so it's time for the word for the day, y'all. I want to make sure I had a little time left over. I didn't want to ramble too long. It's time for the word for the day. I'm gonna preach this thing today. If I don't preach nothing else, I'm gonna preach this thing today. I'm gonna preach this thing today, y'all. Listen, so oftentimes when we get to a bountiful place, a trip to bountiful, you got into a wealthy place, you got to a decent place in your life, and you plateau, or you've gotten to the mountaintop, and you're comfortable, you got everything, you just bought a new house, you furnished it, you got your new TVs, cable set up, everything is set up, everything is beautiful. And you may not have bought a new house. You may just moved into a new apartment, or you may even been there for 10 or 12 years. But everything is smooth sailing. And I know y'all experienced this. You get to this point where you're like, okay, so now what do I do? I'm comfortable. I'm not really hungry. I'm not. My bills are paid. Like you get to a place of just like, okay, what's next, or what can I do? You almost get bored. You almost get bored with comfortability. Am I talking to anybody? You give me some comments. Am I talking to anybody? You almost get bored with the fact that you're in a wealthy place, or you have got to the point where you are comfortable and you are happy, And I'm just telling y'all, there's nothing wrong with being comfortable. There's nothing wrong with being comfortable. There's nothing wrong with being happy. You don't have to go out looking for nothing else. You ain't got to look for nothing else. Just sit in that. Sometimes we get so antsy when we are, girl, just enjoy the wealth and enjoy what God has done for you. Enjoy your beautiful place, your beautiful apartment. Sometimes I've seen girls, they get itchy. And then they'll go out and buy a whole brand new living room set. And there was nothing wrong with the living room set. They want to find something, just anything to do to switch up something. And that doesn't mean you shouldn't always want to evolve and go up a little higher. But baby, I'm telling you, you better listen to Vanessa Williams, The Comfort Zone. Listen to that song. Once you find that comfort zone, get in it and stay right there. I'm learning, honey. I mean, well, I've always been this way. I don't really need a lot of bells and whistles. I've never been a flashy girl. I've never been a label girl. I've always been a girl that likes shelter. My mother always told me, Tyrone, pay your rent. Pay your rent. If nothing else, pay your rent. If your lights go off, if your gas go off, television, electric, all that go off, you have a roof over your head and you can make it. You can get everything else turned back on, but keep a roof over your head. She always said that. So I've never been this girl that's always had these delusions of grandeur. That's just not me. I've seen those girls. I've hung out with those girls. One of my dear girlfriends, she was caught up in the rapture. But I'll tell y'all this. If you're blessed, Patti LaBelle says, when you've been blessed feels like heaven, pass it on. I'm just telling y'all, I know I'm at a place where I'm just thankful to be here, still alive, COVID free, and I'm just thankful for the whole thing. I'm not going to go out here looking for nothing. I'm not going to go out here putting myself in debt, trying to, keep up with the Joneses. Thank you, God, for right now. I'm going to marinate all of this and sit in this right now. And it don't mean that I don't want more. It don't mean that I will get more. But I thank you for right now. And I'm not going to search for nothing. The search is over. That being said, y'all, I thank y'all for tuning into the Tyesse Report today. I hope I gave you something that you could use. I know a lot of y'all love CNN and MSNBC alternatives, and I hope I'm that. Listen, we will be on tomorrow night with the Tyesse After Dark and so on and so forth. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I will see you a little later tonight in a private capacity, or a little later this afternoon, rather. Kwame, take it away. I'll see y'all soon.
What's up, Ty Squad? Thank you guys for watching today's episode of the Tyesse Report. This episode is brought to you by Pyro Media Network. Pyro Media Network is a Black-owned business focused on providing a safe space for creators and entrepreneurs. We have helped companies, businesses, and brands navigate the biggest communication shift in over 500 years, social media and the internet. If you or someone you know would like to have your brand or business go to the next level, please visit www.pyromedianetwork.com. Please don't forget to follow Tyesse on IG at _Tyesse_report and like on Facebook at facebook.com/the official Tyesse Report. And if you're enjoying the Tyesse Report, please consider watching Tyesse After Dark, airing every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Tyesse Report, Tyesse After Dark, and the Tyesse Jackson brand wouldn't be here without your support. To continue to show your support, please feel free to donate via Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal. The information is below. Alright, Ty Squad, see you on the next.